really good. So this is going to be a lot more of a good test of skill.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like we are going to be going into our gameplay finally here, getting this first round started. And right now we are going to be seeing some really awesome action. It does look like we are going to be on board with Smixy, who is, I think, got that initial kill there and taking that helicopter around. And, you know, getting that real quick mobility, that is also a huge factor here for today's games.
Absolutely. This is the Queens of Verdansk up in here. Smixy of Minnesota Rocker, along with other people that are, you know, also in really good teams as well. We've got someone from the Florida Mutineers on this team as well. Queen Shadow, and a little bit of a gunfight. You can see the fires, the bullets being fired in the bottom of the screen. And Smixy just trying to get in a position. They know that she knows that there is someone underneath them. Gets a little bit smacked upside the head, trying to get off the building for a easy revivable situation, while the rest of her teammates push on in and try and clean up shop. Another one gonna be falling now as well. Queen Shadow in a little bit of rough waters, and they are gonna be taking a very, very early trip to the Gulag.
Yeah, so not the worst time to have to go to the Gulag. All three of them obviously already be going there, so we'll see if they're gonna actually make their way out. But now we're gonna be heading on over to Barton right now, who has managed to get himself some nice high ground advantage, although not the best sights here for his gun, as he is going to be going back and forth, and well, he's going to be able to get the cracked armor, getting aggressive. I like this here from his teammates. Also going to be able to get the nice pinch going down, but he's going to have to survive here. His teammates are taking a little bit of time to try and make their way over here, probably overextending just a bit.
Yeah, he definitely seems a little bit divided from his teammates here. Zenith, he's trying to come in from the side, but he instantly gets found out and taken down. Barton going to be using the opportunity of the focus being changed from his opponents to his teammate to push up a little bit, trying to cover their retreat. As you can see, they've got Yada trying to get up here and help out Zenith with a little bit of a revive. Could totally get it if he can get close enough, but you see Zenith is actually crawling to him because, yeah, I think that Yada's not quite keen on pushing out just yet. Now he is with the closeness of him, and, yeah, Barton just making sure that nobody pushes out and stops the survive from happening.
Yeah, not only that, but also only about 27 rounds left here in this gun, so he's going to be struggling here if he does get mass push, but just playing this very, very patiently, making sure that he will be able to cover all of his corners. And this would be absolutely huge here if we did see Xset getting popped out right at the very beginning. I don't think anybody really would be counting on that happening. So very important that these guys well, make this happen. We do see that revive going on in, so they're going to be back up to full strength, just no armor.
Yeah, you see, I do believe he has ammo box in his pocket if he does really need it with the X. I think he's trying to save it. They don't, the benefit for him, even though he has low ammo, is they don't know that he has low ammo, so they're playing against him like he does have a full magazine and a half, or even more than that. And now his teammates, they're going to be able to make some moves, get in positions where they can help him out here. Actually, they're just, maybe his enemies are either just, you know, they've either gotten out of there somehow, or they're just being a little bit cautious of the fact that they're going up against Barton and Xset. They're going to see the fact that they downed Zenith and being like, oh man, we got to be extra careful around these guys because, you know, they're one of those teams, Brett, you got to be extra careful up against, otherwise they can punish you hardcore.
Yeah, so I'm liking what Xset's doing. Just going to go ahead and dip on out of there, find some better loot, maybe get some cash, make sure they can get some loadouts going on. As yeah, now we are going to be heading on over here to the canyon side of it. Night Shadow, we're going to be on board with this man, see what he's going to be able to do. And they are going to be getting chased currently. It looks like one of his teammates already down, so going to be at not quite at full strength here in their squad.
Yeah, Brett, I do believe this was actually the team that Xset was fighting, funnily enough. And now we see why. Yeah, they made the call out only two, and that is exactly correct. Apparently they managed to catch out Good Night, but they couldn't quite manage to get the rest of the two, and that's why they weren't being so aggressive up against Xset. They weren't able to get the final kill, and they would have been at uneven footing. They weren't able to totally make sure they got the kill without totally making themselves vulnerable to the rest of the Xset players. So you can see they're trying to just do a little bit of looting here, make sure that they can get their teammate back in. That's what they're saving up for right now. They do have enough to do it right now. And now they're going to be, you see they marked it on the minimap, they're going to be heading right towards that to try and get the team back in.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how these teams, how aggressive that they actually play, because we did mention before, you know, that kill racing obviously isn't the only way that you can win this one. You do have those multipliers, but you do take a very big chance of just not being able to get into those higher ranks, right? So if you only end out with, you know, 5, 6, 7 kills or so, yeah, you may get that multiplier, but still, you're not going to ultimately get some of those high-scoring games that some of these guys that are able to maybe come out here and really grab 13, 14, 15 kills right away at the very start. So aggression or, you know, strategy, like what are these teams going to be doing?
It's definitely a line that you got to be towing there, is knowing, oh wait, kills can definitely help us out, but they can only help us out insofar that we get a good place. It's definitely a balance you want to get, because if you get, say, like 13 kills between all of you and you get second place, that's 1.5 times that. But it's also a very high possibility if you're taking gunfights with about 13 different people that you're also going to be giving up some kills of your own. Oh, you've got Abuela seeing a few pass. He's all by their lonesome, though. He's going to be seeing one. Not quite keen on the engagement, though. As you can see, SMG not quite good at that distance. Just making sure that they don't know where he is. Just playing this, biding his time, trying to find some money to get one of his teammates back in. One of them in the gulag. One of them he definitely has to buy back in. 600 is all that he needs. But I think he knows that there is generally somebody underneath him. He's debating, you see. He's literally on the edge of the window, debating whether or not to hop out at them. But yeah, he's also probably waiting for his teammate to come out and see if he can win his gulag and drop back in on him and take this team fight.
Yeah, that's definitely one of those situations to where, oh, here we are, a gulag right now. Night Shadow is going to be in it right now with this one-on-one, and he will be versus It's Duck. We are in the overtime. Nice shots. We'll be able to clean it up. Easy peasy. He's going to be back on in.
Your loot should be safe.
So Abuela will be able to have some help here.
It does appear that he's gotten a little bit of a kill here, I do believe. Yeah, one, and he's going to be reaping the benefits of this. Maybe getting a little bit of a third party here, as you see there's a lot of loot on the ground here, and he only has one kill. So, yeah, it appears that his teammate actually did win his gulag, and now that he's back in here with his teammate here, they probably took a team fight and were able to win that. Getting a whole lot of loot, a whole lot of money. Now they're able to buy their other teammate back in. Also a loadout drop nearby. This is just a whole lot of good stuff coming out from what could have been a very bad situation for Abuela and his team. So yeah, going to be getting this loadout drop, and then they're instantly going to be able to get their teammate back in. And they're looking pretty good, having cleared out one of the major threats in their area.
Absolutely. Now starting to see him rotating it through the town. Maybe catch a couple of guys out. I believe they're going to be trying to get that call out here pretty soon for their last final player. And you do see them starting to make their way over there towards that airdrop. Nobody going to be camping on it just yet, looks like. But definitely something that you need to be careful of in some of these areas.
Yeah, you see, goes straight in, goes straight out. And it appears like he's going to be trying to get a little bit of a contract here. Also going to be seeing if, picking up the contract to see if he can find anybody nearby. Unfortunately, it's not going to be quite as nearby as he would like it, but he does see a little bit of a car going by. Could take that engagement if he wants. I do believe he has a rocket launcher in his back pocket, unless he dropped it. But oh, it appears that somebody else getting into a little bit of a car fight, just zigzagging, doing donuts, trying to get away of Sure Angel here, but unable to quite get away, not able to escape the fate entirely without getting a couple of bruises. But you see, these guys are looking pretty good right now. They've got some good guns, they've got the loadout drop, and they're going to be able to even further stack up their benefits that they got going on here, Brett. Full team up, got plenty of money. Like, oh my goodness, they got 10K, they got 8.5K, 7.3K. They're looking really good, and also going to be able to figure out generally where one of their opponents are. They actually got X at Barton really close by, so this could be a crazy fight.
No.
Absolutely. You
no,
do see right now about half of the players or so are already out of it, so it is definitely moving on right now as we are quickly moving on to this next circle. They are going to be just trying to vie for this position, as we'll be seeing them kind of making the way on over there. Do have that kind of like what we were talking about before, that very close in Uzi weapon. Was that the Milano? Not too sure here from the profile of it, but we'll see if he can make some nice little close range engagements, as they are just kind of well, figuring out where exactly they're going to be heading.
Yeah, Circle's going to be closing in here, so they got to figure it out pretty soon. This is actually the team that they have the contract on, and they're just, you heard them in their comments, they're like, oh, we see who it is. They're kind of at the edge of the circle. Nah, they're close to the edge of the circle, which means we know that these guys, we would be going up against them in an extended gunfight. There's no guarantee we would kill them, and we would be able, there's a chance that we could get third party at the edge of the zone. They didn't really, from what I could tell, have gas masks quite yet, so that would be a risky gunfight to take. Smart on them to not take on that one. They're just going to take the info that they get out of the contract and get the heck on out of Dodge. So now it appears that the XSET guys are going to be going really up high, Helicopter is quite damaged, but you see their destination that they have in mind getting really close up and personal, but got a little bit of someone on their tail. They notice it, and they're like, maybe we just get up here, take some shots on them from on high, and that is exactly what they seem to be doing here. Seeing what they can see through the scopes of their gun, not in any real risk of getting shot up here. They've got serious cover and aerial advantage. No one really going to be able to take cover from them behind the trees just because of the angle that they're at. This is going to be difficult for anyone going up against Barton right now. You can see why these guys are a team to be feared, Brett.
Oh, nice shots coming in from Barton as he cracks the armor of 2, gets 1 down, and that is going to be adding to their kill count. Beautiful job there from them, and they just might be able to finish off. I think this is actually 2 teams that are fighting that they're basically third-partying from a distance. This is a beautiful position for them to be in, and they're just continuing on here. Actually snap that shot, not quite going to be able to connect with it, but yeah, really good positioning there for them. And again, this is kind of one of those situations to where I think at this moment right now, you got to start looking in for those kills, start trying to rack up as many of those points as possible.
I mean, yeah, with 28 teams left and you needing to get to, remind me what place was it? It was above 16 that you need in order to get any multiplier whatsoever. So definitely should be going for some kills, especially if you can get them, because you're not quite close to that margin where you're getting the multiplier. So you've really got to depend on the kills for the points right now, in my personal opinion. And in a great position to do it here as well, Barton. He's got 2 teams. He's third-partying from a position where he cannot possibly get hurt from, really, in all honesty. And he gets another down, just looking great. But, I'm saying that no one's really going to be getting hurt. Teammates going to be down below, getting a little bit stuck in, and they're both going to be going to the gulag, calling a precision airstrike, and he just gets his way on out of there with the helicopter. Teammates, I'm sure he has faith in them to win the gulag, but he does have plenty, actually maybe not plenty of money to get them back in. The bad thing about this position here, Brett, is he's not able to get any of the money or the loot to get his teammates back in, and he actually does fall off. Big oof for Barton.
Yeah, you know, that definitely is going to be hurting him, not having that mobility. And that's one of the things too, is that being able just to move around the map as quickly as possible. And if you have that helicopter, it does give you those really awesome. Oh, nice shot there. He's going to be able to down 1 inside the gas. So nice placement here from him. But his teammate going to be coming up clutch with the helicopter. Probably why he was able to duck out of there and not really worry about it too much. But we're seeing some sick shots coming out from him. Can he actually connect here on the run? Not just yet, but that team is struggling so much. Nice there. Will almost crack his armor. They're going to be able to just pounce on him here.
Man just misses like once in a blue moon here, Brett. He is cracking these guys' armor off. That means 1 more shot, and Barton will have his 4th down and kill of the game. His opponents are going to be very not liking it right now, but they do have to push him because the zone is closing in. He's going to see another one, cracks him again. He's stuck under that bridge, pushed in by the zone. He does eventually have to come to him, and he does finally get the down. Does fluff his throw with the throwing knife just a little bit there because he was flashed, but no one's going to fault him for that one. And now you see Yata, he actually came in over the top, getting another one, fully eliminating him, and now getting ever so slightly closer to that placing where they can actually get some.
And I think this is another team or a straggler that's going to be coming in from the backside. So Barton here is going to be getting pinched just a bit. His teammate Yada, I think, should be able to take care of this, and he does. So good communication coming out from them, being able to recognize, yeah, we are going to be getting somewhat third-partied here and reacting very well to it.
Yeah, reacting very well to it. These guys, they've got great intuition. As I was going to say, Yada, he actually won his gulag, got back in that same helicopter, and they got right on out of there. So, again, they're just trying to find any teams that are still on the outside here using the system, the call-in area while they still can before it gets completely unusable. And, yeah, they're close enough to the zone where they can do this hunting and still be able to, get back into the zone safely.
So right now we got about 54 players that are alive currently, 24 squads that are going. We are getting into our next circle in just a few moments. At this situation right here, we got gas mask on these players. Self-revives are going to be out, I would imagine, for a lot of them as well. But we do see that third player now getting on in here for exit. So they are going to be at full strength once more. They have plenty of loot on the ground to make sure that they will be able to be set for these next engagements that are going to be coming in. But this circle right now is heading to a pretty interesting position. Looks like Stadium's going to be right on the edge. And we do have a loadout drop, or I'm sorry, a call-in that has actually happened. Nice shots connecting there.
Shot connecting right to the face. Man, like I said, this guy misses maybe one time in a blue moon, Brett. He looks really solid with that sniper rifle. Definitely someone to be feared is main man Barton here. Now going to be going in and getting even more cash because you see Zenith, he does still want to be able to get his self-revive back. He died and he wasn't able to quite afford it just yet. So that's a good kill to get. They're going to be able to just right in front of the buy station as well. So they're going to be able to make him able to get that right on back, able to not only get that, but also any loot that he might need to pick up again. So yeah, looking really good right now is going to be Barton and his guys.
Now we're going to be switching on over to Leo the King as his squad over here fully up right now. And looks like he is...
he's dead.
Oh, he is dead.
They're
he
out.
is, and he's spectating. That is right. Now he's going to be looking over here at Yada. I guess that was the team that they just engaged. My apologies there. But fortunately, he is going to be watching them from... well, this is probably the worst view to have to watch a Warzone event from.
Yeah, I mean, it does give us some intel on Yada, though. He does get a UAV, which is going to let them know generally where these guys are at. And with so many people in such a tiny area, Brett, I think that's going to be really beneficial, especially coming up here. With the zone closing again, that zone is going to get even smaller. And with 51 people alive in such a tiny little area, you're going to need stuff like that to not only find kills of your own, but to avoid getting a little bit third-partied in any pitfalls that could be awaiting you.
Absolutely. Larry Fishberg. Fishberg. I love that. They are going to be able to clear out this barn for the time being. So that is going to be, well, no kills here for him, but his teammates will clean it up. So they are going to be staying up, staying alive, staying around here. And they are going to be owning this barn entrance, though. We do see some long-range shots coming in from the building across the way. Not quite going to be able to crack that armor, but doing some decent damage on him. We'll be able to hold back that push.
Yeah, just trying to give his teammate, I think that's, I can't tell, Testy some time to revive himself. He gets himself close enough to where he doesn't have to waste a self-revive, and Estenaut is going to be able to finish the revive that he got there close by himself without totally using the self-revive. But yeah, you see he does have a radar in his back pocket. That's how he was able to know that they have totally got this building to themselves now. And they're just going to be sitting here. They're in the zone, Brett, 30 seconds left. They should, in theory, just be waiting. I'm sure you don't see Larry having a whole lot of kills, but you're really close to the margin of getting in to that kill in the multiplier. I know that his teammates have at least one killed based on the gunfight that they were just in. So that's going to be pretty good to have going into this next one. You just got to wait a little bit longer. You're in a position where you can wait, so why wouldn't you?
Get to our left over here.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think that's one of those situations where, you know, like you said, why go ahead and press the issue if you know you're going to be up in it here pretty soon anyway. So Sean Angel, or Sure Angel rather, is he's going to be back on board with him, and we'll see where these guys are going to be pushing in from. So it does look like, well, I kind of wish that we could pull up the map here. Unfortunately, not yet. Hopefully someday we'll be seeing some really good spectator tools here. But today, we're going to be watching all of these Twitch channels, which, by the way, guys, I do want to mention all of these players are streaming on their own Twitch channel. So if you do wanted to watch anybody specifically, you absolutely could do that. So that is a route that you can go.
Ooh, enemy sighted.
I'm gonna go a little bit right.
Here's up. They've got a little bit of an enemy sighted. You saw they used the buy station that shot the flare up into the air, so they knew generally where they were at, dropping their money just in case he does die. He's got to get up close and personal. I do believe he just came back in. You see, he doesn't have his loadout yet, so he's getting up close and personal with the RPD and the Bison. They see the enemies. The enemies have to push into them. They have about a minute to do it, or less for them, because they're at the edge of the zone. So he's getting right up close and personal, trying to catch him in the middle of the open. This is such a bad position to be in for his opponents, as you have to run right through the middle of the open into the jaws of your opponents. Just great positioning coming out from Sure Angel and his friends to do a little bit of edge guarding there, or I guess you could say, yeah, we'll call it edge guarding.
No, and this is a spot too that we've seen a lot of times in other events as well. That is just a death trap trying to cross over from that position. It is so frustrating to get in there. And yeah, we do see two of his teammates going down right at the same time, and bam, there is another one picking him up. So, and that's really a shame too, because 16th place, I believe that's just outside of that range there to get that multiplier.
Spot on, Brett. That's exactly what I was thinking too. They're going to be the last team that does not get the multiplier. They're going to have to go in just with what kills they got. We're back in here with Larry Fishberger and his crew. Gulag is closed, so if you're dead, you're dead. That's really putting on the pressure now. About 30 people left in this tiny little area, Brett. I have to say it again. This is crazy situation to be in. I mean, Larry Fishburger, he's got the thing where he's got the ability to clear out these buildings, just go up one at a time. They've got the ability to, you know, push up very slowly and methodically, clear each building out, and make sure that they aren't running into the devil's den, I guess you could say. So, yeah, you're looking pretty good here if you're Larry Fishburger and the crew. They're going to be blasting right on in. Not quite telling if there's anyone in here, clearing it out manually, and now they're going to be seeing if there's anyone in the next building. No dice. Could be somebody using ghosts, but I mean, it's very unlikely because everybody does end up using, you know, overkill on this. But I mean, there is a very rare time that somebody uses the ghost to try and avoid situations like that in the UAV as well.
Right. Some interesting stuff here, though. Here on Larry Fishburger, this guy, he has definitely played a lot of events here in Warzone and also in Apex. And he's also been seen on teams during those events with Imperial Hal from TSM. So he is no stranger to high-level competitive play here for these BRs. And he's definitely bringing it right now and to this event as his team looking pretty decent so far. Staying alive, making sure that they are going to be able to get into the very, very ending stages here of this ring. 10 squads left, 19 people. This is getting down to the crunch time.
Yeah, Brett, we're getting really close to where we get to that 1.5 times multiplier. You got 50% of the way to go. Well, I guess you're a lot more than 50% of the way there, but you got 5 more kills to go. 5 more teams need to die in order for people to be getting that 1.5 times kill multiplier. As you can see, Astronaut, he's in a position here where he's trying to help out his teammates. He's got 2 kills of his own. I'm sure that Testy has probably about 1 or 2 as well, judging by, you know, there are 3 people here, so I would assume that Testy also has a kill. Larry, definitely you can see how much of a BR player he is, playing it really smart, clearing out these buildings one at a time, not taking any really unnecessary risks. They know it's crunch time, and that every placement from this point on is really, really going to count. But, I mean, once you get between 2nd and 5th, I would say that it's time to go ham, time to start getting some kills, because after that, the only really way to go up from there is getting 1st place, and that's 0.5 times more of a multiplier, and only 1 team can get that. So I say once you get to 5th place, just go ham, bro.
It'll be interesting to see when these guys are going to be rotating back up, because they are outside of the next circle, and but they are in a position here to where they can kind of gatekeep in a way of some of those players rotating back into it. So maybe they pick up a few kills of people running from the gas, and then they're going to be able to rotate out. But they do need to be careful that they're not going to get caught out of position when they actually make that play happen. So this is going to be coming all down to timing. You do see now another squad is going to be leaving Verdansk here. Is that gas starting to close on in? So this is going to be that moment that possibly we see a big engagement happening.
Yeah, it appears that we've got a little bit of a view on Agent X. I don't quite know what team they are on, but it's going to be last person standing, going for placements, going to get a cheeky kill if they can, but teammates, they're not coming back. Doesn't have nearly enough money to get it, would have to take a gunfight anyway. At 4 kills, so going to be still getting quite a sizable amount out of this in terms of points. Not a whole lot of ammo left, though, Brett, but, I mean, you got 1 magazine, 45 bullets, and a dream here for Agent X, it looks like.
Yeah, so it's going to be PH #1 there that we were just watching for that team. Oh, some deployable cover there, as we are going to be seeing them making that move. This is what I was talking about, where you could get into that danger zone where they had to rotate out of it. They're going to be caught out into the open, not going to be seeing them engaging anybody just yet and getting those kills. So this could be ending it out for them right here, right now. But you do see that little notification that, hey, there's somebody going to be over here back behind, as immediately Larry Fishburger going to be able to turn around, possibly pick up these kills. But yeah, this is getting to be a very, very small area now.
Especially for 13 people, Brett, and you see everybody, they gotta go in now because circle's closing. His teammates are dying all around him. He's gonna be able to get 1 down and trying to just stay alive. He's in turtle mode, as you can see. Astronaut is going to be able to revive himself, and I do believe that, yes, both his teammates are going to be able to use the self-revives, getting him off, looking pretty good here, and he does get that down, and he is going to be finished off, I do believe, yes, and that is going to be going down from 10 teams to 4, Brett. They are in the money now, the 1.5 times multiplier. He's going to be called on to use his self-revive now, but things are really starting to turn into a bloodbath.
Oh, it absolutely is. So this is oh no, he's immediately taken down once again. So Astronaut and Co is the only one that's left up and alive. Larry is going to be sitting in the back here once again, getting revived himself. So they're out of the action for the time being, but it looks like 6 players are going to be left up and alive. They have the full team. I think that they're the only one that has a full team right now that are going to be doing some damage.
Yeah, you're right. It's only on the guy.
Yeah. So now I think this is it. They just got to find this last player, and they should be able to take the win. Where is he at? There he is. You can see the hype coming in from him. Very smart play coming in from them. They are going to be ending that out with 8 kills for that team. Double the multiplier, so 16 points total. They're absolutely loving that.
Absolutely.